Hi, tell us your name and about your project.
Hi, my name is J. Robert Oppenheimer, and I am an American theoretical physicist that was in charge or a lead on the Manhattan Project. I am known as the father of the atomic bomb. The Manhattan Project was a top secret organization by the US government that was basically in charge with harnessing and discovering how nuclear energy can be turned into power and how it can be turned into bombs for warfare.
What were you guys trying to do or find?
We were trying to discover how to build a functional, reliable atomic bomb or weapon to use against the enemies of the United States and our allies.
Where did the project or experiment occur?
I was the director of the Los Alamos Laboratory, just a little bit northwest of Santa Fe, New Mexico. But there were 3 locations across the United States. There was one in Chicago, one in New York, and one in New Mexico.
What other significant events were happening around the world at that time?
World War II was the main reason the Manhattan Project even was created. So that was the main significant issue going on at the time. World War II started in 1939, and the project was started in 1942. So it was just a few years after, but still early enough to do some damage.
Who else was involved in the project?
I worked with many other scientists, all across the United States, but the main researcher that I became close friends with and worked with the most was Ernest Orlando Lawrence. I also worked with Albert Einstein, Bertrand Russell, and Joseph Roblat.
What was your role in the project?
I was the director of the Los Alamos Laboratory. So I brought together scientists, I managed them. I was also on the design team for the atomic bomb, and I was there for testings and all that.
What impact did your project have on the physics community?
My project had a significant impact on the physics community. Experimenting with nuclear energy and radiation and all that produces a vast amount of radiation. The scientists that worked with me on this project knew that these substances could cause detrimental health concerns. We had a really good doctor working with us. He was young. His name was Louis Himpelman. He was from St. Louis, and he oversaw all the safety of the scientists. We had a few accidents at our job site. We actually lost 2 of our very well-loved scientists due to large doses or lethal doses of radiation. It's a positive. It positively impacts the community because, we know how to use nuclear power now. We know how to harness that. But there's a lot of negative effects of nuclear power and learning how to, control it and wield it. The biggest is the morality issue. It's a powerful weapon that can kill and seriously injure thousands, millions. So the negative would probably be the health concerns that also is a result of the radiation.
So, how did you deal with the morality of creating such a deadly and harmful device?
It was hard. I struggled with guilt for a while. And actually, after the bomb dropped on Hiroshima, I wrote to the US government, expressing my desire for atomic weapons to be banned. My security privileges were actually revoked for this. I heard all about the horrific destruction I caused and I helped create, and the guilt was immense. I remember when I was looking at the first testing or the first atomic bomb that was dropped, and I said this, I said, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." And I suppose we all felt that way or another. And when I expressed my guilt to President Truman, he told me that the guilt was on his hands and that to let him worry about that. I was then kicked out of the Oval Office, and I never got rid of that guilt that I felt for creating such a deadly device that hurt so many people. But many have told me that it was a necessary evil that had to be done.
Thank you.
Thank you.